this might take a little while, right? Because
No
I don't like to
problem.
rush things.
Yeah.
And I don't really know the answer off the top of my head, because it's like you're asking me to make assumptions about other people's assumptions.
Yeah, sort of, basically. Looking
And I don't
glass
know.
theory.
I think, right, often as a white guy, an older white guy,
Yeah.
people have certain perceptions about me,
Yeah.
which may not be true,
Well,
right?
such as.
People tend to have like I won't say a negative, but like an idea that older white guy, you must be very fixed in a way, and you see the world a certain
Close-minded.
way, and you're like kind of old-fashioned in your views. And I think in some ways that can be like that, but not always, right? And I have many friends from many places and different backgrounds and different situations, and I'm quite curious about people.
Right.
I like to. So I think what I feel about myself here is something we all have, because every single one of us is a story,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And we all look at people and judge by, like, you're a younger Asian guy, so I might look at you and think you have a certain way of thinking or seeing the world. I could be completely wrong,
Exactly.
right? If I don't talk to you or ask you the questions and take the time to listen to you, I don't know who you are,
Exactly.
right? So I'll tell you some things about me you wouldn't know. I'm a songwriter. I make art. I make music, and I make music in many different genres.
Wow.
And one of the foundation for me, one of the things I love about this, about writing songs, particularly, also performance of music as well, but also writing songs, is that we get to tell people stories,
Wow.
right, through our own eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the kind of ways of writing a song. Is
Yes.
So I can be on I'm on vacation right now.
Yeah.
I love to take public transport, because you see people in a kind of a relaxed state when you can observe people when they don't really know they're being observed.
Perhaps this is an artist thing. I'm a poet myself.
Okay, well,
And
there you go.
I love being around strangers, and I love seeing people's different outfits. And
Amazing, right?
it's I don't know if you've heard the concept of sonder.
No, tell
It's
me.
basically what you're describing right now, where you look around you and have that realization that everybody's life is as complex as your own.
I think this is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I love this as well,
Yeah.
And I think this is like a big thing, because right, especially now the way the world is, and everybody, we're all doing this kind of short attention span way of looking at the world,
Yeah.
which is all full of assumptions, right?
Yes.
We don't often take the time to really stop and look at other people, and even people who are close to us. We might be with somebody like a partner or a close friend, somebody or a colleague, somebody we know for 5-10 years, and we don't really know what's going on with that person.
Yeah.
If we don't stop and slow down and shut our own assumptions down for long enough to actually listen,
Yes, sir.
we don't do that. So it's very broad, but I would say me. What the thing that people don't assume about me is me,
Yeah.
because they don't know me.
Yeah.
If you look at my face, you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for all of us. It's a beautiful question. Thank you. I
I
love that.
have a final follow-up before I go, if you don't mind.
You can go ahead, man. I'll sit around and rap all day, because I'm on holiday. I got time to waste,
I was wondering, was this always your way of thinking, or did you have to
No,
develop
it changed
that
over time. My way of thinking and seeing the world has changed radically since I was, say, 25 years old.
And
I'm
how so?
62 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't look it, sir.
No, thank you. You're very kind. I try to take care of myself, When you get older, you realize that, you got to use it or lose it, right? So,
Yep.
but, so that comes from my background, I left home pretty young.
Home is.
I grew up in the UK, in West Wales. I came from a fairly kind of poor, not very privileged background, and I had to take care of myself from you. And I'm an engineer by my trade. That's my career, right? So although I'm into music and other stuff, I was always into arts. I saw those as non-functional things when I was a kid. I was like,
Which is non-functional.
in the sense that, because I had to find a way to look after myself and take care of myself materially.
Oh, you saw art as non-functional.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw it as like a luxury.
Okay.
Right, because I was like, what skills can I develop that people are going to need and are going to pay me for?
Right.
Right. So I developed a very functional way of seeing the world, a very materialist way. And as I get older, I realize actually life is about relationships between people.
Yeah.
Right. Although the other things are important too. But actually, like, the relationships between people are everything in life, because this is how we build trust, and this is how we know who are our allies or not our allies, and so on. It determines our behavior. Everything from, like, whether you're willing to help a homeless guy sitting in the street, to whether you accept an offer for dinner from somebody,
Yeah.
right? So
It's the relationships.
it's all about that. And then what does relationships come from? It comes from the way that we see the world, right? If I look at you and I think, you might be okay, but you probably see the world so much differently from me. Yeah. That we may clash or have a problem, then I'm going to avoid you, right? Yeah. But if I'm more open, or this is where actually I think now, in contrary to when I was young, I believe art, music, these things are the most important thing in the world.
Wow.
Right? Why? Because these make bridge between people.
Wow.
Right? This is how we know that other people are really human, not just machine. And especially these days, right? We're dealing with AI, we're dealing with machines that now talk to us and pretend to be human, but they're not human.
Yeah.
Right? So we need ways to understand that other people actually are other beings, are beings with a soul.
Wow.
Right? Are beings with beliefs, with feelings, with a natural relationship to the earth.
I love this.
We need these things more than we ever did.
Wow.
I'm getting emotional talking about it because you come at a funny moment because I'm thinking about this.
It's not funny for me, but what makes you emotional about it?
I think I'm in also some things I have going on in my life, the way my life is developing. I'm involved in a moment musically with some people who are Brazilian, right? And very close friends of mine, and I'm discovering that the music they make is coming from African religions, and African religions are very connected to the earth, and that's really very interesting for me. Because this is like, I've been into different forms of, let's say, black music since I was a kid. It always felt like it spoke to me, jazz and blues and so on. But with Brazilian music, man, it's like, it's a whole other level what those people are doing, They're connected to things in a way which is not obvious to us as Westerners, let's say.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about music. Well, I'm glad that I met you today, sir, and we had this conversation.
I'm going to give you a comment. I'd like to see whatever you're going to do with this. Please send me a link.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
So is this like a project you're doing?
Yes, I run a brand called Cart Gallery.
I think most people don't assume that I'd be independent. Like, I feel like a lot of the times I'm always with people. So when I'm alone and doing things on my own, I think people are like, oh, where are the people she's with? Just because, I feel like I present myself, at least on social media, a lot that I'm with people.
Yeah.
But I really do enjoy time alone.
Yeah. Was being independent something that you grew up having, or is it something you recently learned in your adulthood?
I think I definitely recently learned that when I moved out.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me try living alone and being in my own peace.
Yeah.
And it's nice, I don't know, just to learn about myself.
How's the transition like?
It's really hard. I have to cook for myself, which I love cooking, so it's fine, but it never turns out as good as I want it to be.
And you kind of have to psych yourself that no, this is good because I made it.
Yeah, that's when I invite people to over to cook for me. So I really I do love people and hanging out with them because they have so much things to offer, and I don't know, they're just cool. And as much as I love doing it alone, I love hanging out with people. So.
Well, you got the best of both worlds then.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Thank you for this interview. What's your name?
I'm Maddie.
Maddie, I'm Mark.
I'm a very spiritual person. Now I'm in the fitness industry, so it's a very surface level stuff. Like people think about you're fit, it's all about the aesthetic and everything, but I like to go deeper than that. And a lot of people don't see that when they first look at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You saw me in the park, I'm just...
I just knew you were a jack, bro.
Yeah, I'm just a big guy. I'm doing my stuff. People want to stay away from me. But all in all, before I started doing any of this, I sat down for 15 minutes and I meditated. So it's just it's all about spiritual for me. It's all about going from in, then you push it outwards. Because if we do it the reverse, there's so much fucked up shit outside of us that if we start from exterior, then when it comes inside, that's how we feel. You know what I'm saying? So if society is bad, we feel bad. But when I think we need to create our own energy and then radiate out, and that's how we create a new earth, for lack of a better term. Yeah.
Was spirituality always something important to you, or is it something that you recently picked up?
It kind of evolved over the years. I was born into a Catholic family, so religion was always a part of my life, but then I never really agreed with everything, so I'm just but I do believe in God, so I had to go out and find that journey on my own. And I learned through reading books like The Essential Laws of Attraction, The Vortex, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's not a spiritual book, but it helps you understand yourself more. And the deeper you go, the more you'll find at your core is the spirit. So there's no avoiding it. It's just everyone gets there or comes to that realization on their own terms. Whether it be 80 years from now, a 5-year-old, everyone arrives there and everyone has to go on their own journey. So I had to go on my own journey to find out for myself. Yeah.
And how's the journey coming along?
It's pretty nice, man. Like, come on, man. I'm out here. It's beautiful. You know, I get to do whatever I want. You know, I'm fit. I have good health, and I'm surrounded by amazing people. So that's all from the spirit. It's all from energy. If I didn't create that energy for myself, I wouldn't be able to attract this energy. You know what I'm saying? Or have the perspective that it's a nice day. Some people are walking around here right now saying, yo, it's fucking hot and I want to be outside. Bro, it's hot and I want to be outside. You know, it's all perspective. It's all energy, my guy.
Yeah. Thank you, man. What's your name?
Yeah. Orville.
Orville, I'm Mark.
Mark, nice to meet you.
Okay, so one thing that people might not assume about me right now is that I'm really enticed by the idea of living in...
Wait, can you speak up a little bit?
I'm really enticed by living rurally right now.
Wow.
I grew up in a city, I live in a city, I love living in a city, but maybe it's being with someone from a more rural area, but...
Are you saying you're with someone right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's a lot to a slower life that is super enticing to me right now as I'm starting to think about what I want my future and my career to look like.
Yeah. For me, I grew up in the city as well. I went to the Philippines by myself last year. And by the second day, I was like, this is too slow. Are you ever afraid of like the change of pace?
I don't know. I think it's really tied right now. I'm on my way, hopefully, to becoming a doctor. And so the idea specifically of practicing rural medicine is one that I've been giving a lot more thought to. People think about public health on like a really large, like usually a global scale, but you think about public health being in like a place like Toronto where there's vast amounts of people, but the role that physicians play in small towns when sometimes it's like the only touch point to the healthcare system. I don't know, like I've never had that experience of having my family medicine doctor be my only kind of connection to the healthcare system, but for so many people that is their life, and I like the idea of getting to potentially do that, to be that for a community. But I don't know, I'm young, so I could definitely change my mind, but I've been thinking a lot about it.
That's cool. Thank you for that. What's your name?
Sophie.
Sophie,
Sorry, my
I'm
hand's
Mark.
sweaty.
It's okay.
People would never assume that I was born to a teenage mom and grew up in a pretty edgy neighborhood in DC.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Why would they not assume that, do you think?
I think when they look at me, they see someone that just looks like kind of a suburban Midwest woman, so they wouldn't think that about me.
How was it like having a teen mom or like growing up with a mom that was younger? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, my friends always thought she was my sister and she wanted to be like a friend, but I just wanted to have an older mom who would be a mom.
Yeah. Did that like inform the way you saw the world growing up? Like,
I think so.
Did you have to like grow up faster because of it?
Definitely, because then she was single, so she was a kind of a single teenage mom.
Oh wow.
And but it gave me a lot of independence. I would say that was the beautiful part of it. I had a lot of freedom and a lot of letting go from having a young single teenage mom. And now I take that into my world when I travel. Like I feel really free to just go places, and that's a nice thing. But I think I sometimes yearn if I had maybe that older anchored mom, I'd maybe be a little more stable. You know? That's my assumption. I think when I got older and became a mom myself, and then later I went through a divorce and I was kind of a single mom, even though I was older, I was a lot more patient, understanding about my mom and what she did really try to give and do for me, despite that must have been really challenging to her to not have a lot of resources. And when I was single, I had resources later as a single mom and I was older. So it kind of gave me respect for my mom later as I was older looking back.
Thank you for this. What's your name?
Kelly.
Kelly. Mark. Nice to meet you.
Mark.
That I'm African.
That you're African?
Yeah.
Why would they not assume that about you?
Lighter skin tone, you can say. But I'm from North Africa.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in Egypt.
Would you say you're really connected to your roots?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I try and stay connected to the culture and language. The more you surround yourself with a culture, the more you're going to be more connected towards it. and that has to do with like the music you listen to, the shows you watch, the people you hang out around. Of course, you got to diversify. You're living in Canada, but if you want to stay connected to a culture, you should definitely be involved in those communities.
So have you found your North African community here?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, shout out them.
Yeah.
Nice interviewing you. What's your name, sir?
Amar.
Mark.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Let me follow the Instagram.
I think one thing people wouldn't expect me, at least from like first appearances, maybe after meeting me, you get to know it a little bit better. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm just a big teddy bear, super friendly, outgoing. I don't know, I kind of put on like a face as I walk through the city, being born and raised downtown, just kind of like, you know, focused, going forward, straight face, you know, like I don't really want to like interact with too many people or like, you know, keep myself safe and things like that. But when people get to know me and this and that, I kind of just, you know, I warm up. I'm here to, you know, make people smile. I like making people's day better, my day better. Interactions, like even just like this, are always. You
were really friendly right off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't know if I present it like I don't know. I got like I'm a bigger guy, I got like tattoos and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, like I don't know. I like smiling. I like, you know, conversing with people and talking.
What makes you think you're like the opposite of a teddy bear, though?
I don't know.
Did someone like say that like before?
Yeah, I mean, no, like I think I put it on for myself almost as a form of like protection. I don't want to like. I want to come off as not necessarily scary or intimidating, but like in a way that like people won't mess with me because I've had experiences in the past where, you know, I was bullied when I was a kid and things like that. And so that's kind of like, you know, I go to the gym 4 days a week and I, you know, take care of myself to get like bigger and stronger, to like put on that representation of like being able to protect myself and protect others. But I still at the same time, you know, I'm a friendly guy at the end of the day. I don't want to do any of those things.
Right.
You know, I was in, actually funny enough, I was in the military for a year. I went to RMC for my first year.
That's definitely not teddy bear.
No, exactly, right? I know, kind of crazy. I actually, and the reason why I left it, I loved a lot of it. Like I'm going into firefighting next year because like the discipline and that kind of stuff I really enjoyed. But my job was artillery officer, so I was in combat arms, and at the end of the day, like if I had to harm somebody, I would have to do that. I would have to do it. You know, and I don't want to have to do that, so I stepped away from that. So yeah, I think that's probably the best answer.
Just maybe like the last question to follow up, if you don't mind me asking.
For sure.
How did you being bullied as a kid inform the rest of your life?
I think it's funny, I didn't really think too much on it up until maybe like 2 years ago. Because I had some other things impact me in my life, and I ended up going to therapy and talking about these things in like a healthy way just to like deal with them. And I think it impacted a shit ton. It's funny. I think it impacted. There's a lot of good that came of it, I think, and I think there's a lot of bad. And I think finding that middle ground is what's most important for me. I think the good is that, you know, it created these habits and this discipline and allowed me to, you know, remain healthy and take care of myself and take care of my family members and take care of my loved ones. And like, you know, that toughness and that mental discipline is something I'm really proud of in myself. I think in a bad sense, I you know, having my head on a swivel all the time, not trusting like, you know, strangers too much or like getting too close. I think specifically, like I've always gravitated more towards having like female friends for that reason, like trusting like other men. It was primarily a group of guys that bullied me for having a female friend when I was like 6 years old. And it was like physical bullying. Like I couldn't fight back. You know, these kids were like, I think they were like 12, 13. I was like 6 years old.
You were bullied for having a female friend?
Yeah. Her name was Delaney.
Shout out
Delaney. I don't know if you'll see this, but shout out. I think she's in New York. Her dad was like he was here for work with Toronto Police, but he works out there in New York Police. And I think it impacts me a lot. I think it impacts me in just the way that I carry myself, and like I said, the friends that I make and the trust that I have in people. But at the same time, also did a lot of good for me as well. I mean, you know, there's some good that I guess had come of it because I don't know. I like going to the gym. I like being strong. I like representing myself in that sense. And I think being able to defend yourself as a person is important at the end of the day, because like the only person you can trust is yourself. You know?
Right.
So,
thank you for that, man.
Yeah, of course, brother.
Thank you.
Anytime, my friend. Anytime.
Do you want me to just say it?
Yeah.
That you started playing Dungeons and Dragons when you were like a youth. That was like
a youth.
Yeah, I mean, do I seem? I don't know if I like come off as a big like Dungeons and Dragons person.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that's like a big part of my life. Is I don't know. I like role play. I like acting. I guess maybe that I'm an entertainer.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I like to act and sing. And do I look at the camera?
Anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people like death stare the camera. Some people look everywhere.
Yeah, I like to act and I like to sing and I like to perform. And yeah, I got my start doing that in like Dungeons and Dragons like middle school, and I'm still playing to today. So that was would have been around 13, it was like 9-10 years ago.
So you had a group of friends who also play Dungeons and Dragons with you. Are you still connected with them now?
I've been through a few groups. I am still connected with my original group, and I think they're like the main group that I'm still connected with. Yeah.
That's cool. As an entertainer, what's your like main creative outlet?
Writing and acting. I went to film school for a bit. I'm not there anymore, but I was in like a lot of like student films.
Wow.
And currently I'm in
OCAD
for creative writing.
Wow. One last question.
Yep.
What would you say is your magnum opus as a artist?
Oh, okay. Honestly, what I'm working on right now, I think, is the one I'm most proud of. I'm working on a comic book.
Wow.
Me and my partner. It's called Gutter Punk. I don't know when it's going to be done.
Yeah.
But first issue is in the works, and I'm very happy with how it's going so far.
Shout out to Gutter Punk. What's your name?
I'm Marty.
Marty? Mark. Nice to meet you.
I feel like a lot of people will probably assume or like think that I'm like stuck up or like, I don't know, rich or something. I'm neither of those things. But
Why
yeah.
would they assume you're stuck up?
I don't know. I guess people are just like shy to approach people. And it's easier to assume that someone's, just kind of stuck up or something than it is to actually, conquer your fear and actually walk up to somebody. So, yeah.
Would you say you're someone that like is the complete opposite of that?
Yeah, man. I'm easygoing. I talk to everybody.
Yeah.
I talk to people all the time on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's regular.
Have people told you that you're stuck up? Or?
No, they always act like it. They always give me this like, you think you're better or something. Like they literally say that, like, you think you're better than me. And people that I've never even spoken to, so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
At the end of the day, I think a lot of people are just projecting their own judgments.
Yeah, but that's it.
Well, thank you, man.
Some things people would never assume about me.
Yeah.
I don't have a high school diploma. I don't eat vegetables. I'm 36 and I just started paying taxes. I don't have a driver's license. And I'm living the dream.
What's the dream? That was so
Great.
candid, by the way.
Yeah, you get it all. The
Sorry.
dream's to create stuff every day.
Yeah.
I'm a freelance filmmaker.
Yeah.
I haven't had a real job since grade 10. I'm getting married in a month.
Wow.
I live in beautiful Kitsilano, BC. I have a wonderful cat.
Yeah.
So you don't need any of the things I listed before. You don't even need to be a person you feel like is complete.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you want.
Has that always been the dream for you?
Filmmaking, yeah, I've been filmmaking since I was 14 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That was cool. Thank you for that, man. What's your name?
No worries. Miguel.
Miguel, I'm Mark.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
That I I don't know. That oh my god, I don't know that I'm
Something that like when people see you, they wouldn't believe it about you.
I'm a very open person, so that's a hard question. Maybe that I a bit afraid.
Afraid of?
I don't know. Sometimes
Would you say you're someone that's shy?
a bit shy? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People wouldn't assume that I play classical guitar.
Is that like something you're really passionate about that people just don't know?
It's one of my passions, yeah. That people probably, they don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
That I do that.
Yeah. When did you start playing classical guitar and how did you learn?
Well, maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I played guitar since I was 13 and then decided that I wanted to approach classical guitar.
Yeah.
So I took lessons from several different teachers over the years, and I studied it really hard for about 4 years.
Wow.
Right now I'm just kind of hanging on with it. I play regularly.
Yeah.
It's more of a meditative practice than it is a learning practice at this time. But
Yeah.
I hope to get back into it as I recently have retired, so I'll have a little bit more time to focus on that.
Did you ever perform?
Well, just at like house parties.
Yeah.
I play regular guitar where I play and sing,
Yeah.
and I play out doing that sometime. But the classical guitar, I kind of keep it close to my chest. You know, not a lot of people know that I do that. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to ever bring it up hardly. You know, nobody talks about like Baroque classical guitar music very often. And then when I've got this thick accent, you know, you typically don't associate classical guitar with the southern accent, you know.
Well, thank you for this interview. What's your name, sir?
Aaron.
Aaron, I'm Mark.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
So I'm a first degree black belt in Taekwondo, and I think that's something that not a lot of people would assume about me looking at me.
Yeah.
But I did train in Taekwondo for like a decade. It was,
A decade?
Yeah, it was most of my life. And I loved it a lot for the time being. But yeah.
Is it still something you could practice like on a day-to-day now, or is it something just like a distant memory from the past?
It's almost something in the middle. I don't know if it's like day to day, but I still will occasionally like see if I still got it.
Yeah.
If I can still do like a side kick as well as I used to be able to.
Yeah.
I wish I still had the skill with me, but I like to think that if I was ever in a dangerous situation, muscle memory will kick in. Like, and that's what I like to think.
But so sometimes you just wake up in the morning and like, you're like, yo, can I still kick?
Yeah, like literally, I'll be like going about my day and being like, do I still have this in me?
Just to see if you're rusty or not.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you for the interview.
Let me see. I think maybe that I'm doing meditation out here with this ball.
Yeah. What sort of meditation is it?
It's a ancient Burmese game called Chinlon. Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
No, it's a non-competitive team sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you always been into meditation your whole life?
No, not exactly, but I've been doing this for about 43 years now.
43 years.
Yeah.
How did you get started with it?
That's a good question. I got started with this. I saw it first time in 1981, just over there.
Right here, this park right here.
This park right here.
Zoom in, guys. He saw it right there.
Over there, there was a Burmese guy, a single guy playing with a ball. And I went over and asked him about it because it looked really interesting.
Yeah.
And he told me what it was and that you couldn't get balls here and everything. And then when I was living in Asia, I went there in '86, first time
to Burma.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was Burma then. Yeah.
So that was 43 years ago.
Yeah.
But when you learned of it.
Yeah.
And then do you go back to this park because this is where it started, or do you go to anywhere?
I just really love this park. And oddly enough, this park is featured in a feature-length documentary I made about this game.
Wow.
83-minute documentary. And so you see part of this park before the redesign.
Yeah.
And most of the film is shot in Myanmar.
Wow.
A little bit here and a little bit in New York. Yeah.
Wow. What's the film called before we
Mystic
go?
Ball.
Mystic Ball.
Yeah, Mystic Ball. So yeah, this is a very interesting kind of meditation.
Yeah.
With gravity and space and time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I record you? No? Okay. Well,
I mean, go ahead.
Oh, you don't mind? Okay, okay.
I'm actually just trying to get rid of the winter fat. And I didn't get to play for like 5 months.
Yeah.
Which was...
So you don't do this indoor as well? It has to be an outdoor.
I'll play all year if I'm here, as long as there's not snow on the ground.
Cool.
But this winter, were you here for this winter?
No. I mean, I was in Toronto.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but I wasn't here.
No, but it was a terrible winter.
Yeah, and it was like on and off too.
It was mostly on. Unfortunately.
What's the role of the music?
Oh, well, you know, actually in Myanmar, this is played in really big Buddhist festivals.
Wow.
When it's played in festivals, you have a 6-person team, and then you have a live music group that plays traditional Chinlon music.
Yeah.
That's not what this is. But anyway, I like to have music because it just is nice to have something to add to the rhythm and the flow.
Yeah.